Welcome to CoinBook. My name is Calvin Waite, and I'm a professional crypto trader. I really like getting feedback from you guys about the market, what you're trading, successes, failures, so I'm going to go ahead and start giving out a t-shirt every week now. What I'll do is I'll look at all comments from Thursday to Thursday, and then Friday select a random winner. What a crazy, crazy Merry Christmas we had. It was interesting. I was just telling some family that was in town that we're going to see a pretty good launch on Christmas Day or the day after, because look how obvious this is. Look at this that we've been building up to. Look at that. We had a pretty strong ascending triangle happening. The tops were much flatter than the bottoms. The bottoms of these candles were definitely on the move, and it was looking pretty bullish. And Christmas Day, when we started closing, when we started getting up here, it was like we were ready to blow. So this was awesome. What a crazy, crazy day today is. We're closing now in 15 minutes, so this candle's about to finish, and we essentially started the candle on this line. So this crazy exponential line has just been at play, and here we are showing it as full support, launched up here. And so yeah, our target is we essentially moved from 20,000 to 24. Our next target is 28. So we might wick up to it and maybe consolidate again, but this is an extremely bullish close. It just looks amazing. The thing I was looking at most recently was that our 50-week moving average now is 19,130. If you've got your 50-week moving average nearing the all-time high of the prior cycle, it's so strong. Like, this move has been unrelenting. We obviously are missing a giant gap of support between 20,000 and this action here. But you know what? I just don't have a ton of confidence that we will retest it. I did in the past, but the problem is that with the Fed printing as much as they are, and with another stimulus happening, and with all of the corporations that have sort of publicly bought, I think there are a lot of other corporations that are sitting around their boards looking at the chance of buying Bitcoin, and I think it is getting difficult to get. So I think we really are seeing a supply crisis here, and it's just putting pressure on the buy side of Bitcoin. It's just absolutely unbelievable to sit and watch. This move is seriously a less than 3% chance in your lifetime to watch something go from 10,000 up to 26,000 and showing so much support. Because it's not like we're having these giant 50% days and we're just gone completely vertical without a rest. We're going vertical, but then we're resting for at least a week, and then we are continuing on. So these moves up are followed with consolidation. If it was just spike after spike after spike, then I would feel like, dang, we're getting really toppy here. But it just feels like these moves are measured, and it's just, you can see the supply crisis. It's amazing to watch. Like, this is quite the Christmas gift, watching the price move like this and see it, heading up. 28,000 is our next target, guys, and we'll probably get there tomorrow. So it's just amazing, just unbelievable. So our altcoin market cap continues to drop, and when we spiked down really hard, we bounced. You can see that our line is not broken. The trend of this is completely bearish. So we are heading down with authority. Bitcoin is definitely taking the show, and so alts are just getting pummeled. But that's fine. Like I said before, I love nice solid down days. If we can just sell off these alts as much as humanly possible and get down to very, very low levels, and then we turn around and start some support, the profits on the other side of this are going to be way better than they would have if we'd have tried to turn around right here. Right here, when we turned around and we were in 10 million Bitcoin market cap, by dropping down to 7.5, we've increased our potential gains by 33%. So it's going to be fireworks when this thing finally bottoms out. So let it go. Let it go. The microcap dominance following exactly in suit, and Bitcoin dominance, as you can tell, just spiking up like crazy. Our 50-week moving average on Bitcoin dominance is at 65% still. So if we're 5% higher than that, than our 50, you can just see what a tear Bitcoin has been on. It's been sucking up the alts, which is going to make for one heck of a fun alt season once we get there, because I know there's some pressure building in the alts. The second we had a rest day, alts just really jumped. So just give it some time. We're going to have some good days ahead. This is our Bitcoin market. It's like, well, we're going up, guys. We don't know where we're going or why we're doing it, but we're going. Okay, so there's a couple of highlights that I wanted to hit. Number one, Ethereum is what's driving this altcoin bear market. It pretty much started off with XRP, but I think XRP is kind of doing its thing. And the way Ethereum is selling off is pretty much how the rest of the alts like to move. So look at this. We've been selling off pretty hard today, and we have our 50, and we've got our close below our 50, and pretty soon our 100 is going to be below the 200. We will likely see the first day in the red zone in 7 minutes from now. So when you've got Ethereum in the red zone, it's time for a drop or consolidation. Like, there's not going to be much happening here, and it's pretty much going to be like that until Bitcoin decides where its temporary top is. So this is quite amazing. I've been following Litecoin, and the moves in Litecoin are so bullish. These moves are so great. You can see where we've been rejected off the 50 though. If I switch over to the weekly on this, we haven't touched the 50-week moving average since July of last year. So we've barely touched and crossed it just yesterday. So this is the middle of a momentum shift. Litecoin is looking spectacular, and it has its ups and downs, but it looks really good. I love this support here. Decred is another one. We are really close to a golden cross. Not quite there, but it's staying in range, even with the rest of the altcoins selling off so hard. That has been amazing. I did want to at least give Digibyte a shout out. The problem with this move here, and you can see how we got rejected off the 50, like that's where this momentum stopped. This is a total whale move. So there was no warning, there was no ability for retail to get behind it. So this is, I mean, these types of moves can stop markets, and if we can create a consolidation, it might give us another chance to have a turn in this market. But yeah, I mean, hitting a bottom of 77, like we're getting pretty close to the bottom in Digibyte. Still, we want it to make sense. So we're not jumping in on this move here. We're waiting for our next swing low. Will our next swing low provide a higher low, or will we just kind of reverse this back down and continue our sell-off? It's just too unknown. Even though we're having an awesome day today at a 20% gain, this is not a buy yet. We got to be patient and wait for the right opportunity. The next one that's absolutely unbelievable is Theta. Look at this thing. Man, talk about a vertical coin. So this line here is our long time shelf. Let me show you. No, it was formed on the daily. So our daily line was created back here in May, and we dropped hard, tested it, broke it, and then when we touched it, we went right through it. But look at this. We're just slicing back through this. There is a ton of momentum on Theta. Our next level of resistance is right here. So at 7,200 Satoshis, we're going to get there. But like I've always said, if you have one or two, when you have 2 days of 20% gains or more, it is time to sell. If tomorrow, halfway through the day, you see that we're up here in 20% land, it's time to take some profits, because you can tell, you can see how vertical this is getting. So we don't want to get in over our heads. Even though we've got some sweet support, awesome consolidation, and now we've got a higher consolidation. This is awesome, but moves like this don't continue forever. So I'd be getting pretty jumpy. So pay attention tomorrow. We're obviously going to close pretty close to our high, which is bullish. So we do have another day of upside on this. But if you notice that we're, I'd even start putting some sell orders up here. That if we start getting way up into this crazy area up here with really no rest since 4,000, you're getting there. So if we hit 8,000, I'd be looking to take some profits. You can always get back in. There will be a turnaround on this guy, that's for sure. And finally, Zilica. This thing's doing the same thing. The only difference here is that this is these are levels that we haven't seen for a long time. Last time we hit this top line was June of 2019. So this is a 1.5 year line. And I kind of said we'd probably find resistance around the 300 land. People were asking me in the comments because that's where our resistance is, right here. But we've sliced right through it. We've got a 30% day on the table. And the same rule as Theta applies with Zilica. I know everyone just does not think it's ever going to have a bad day. But we're getting there, guys. We really are. When we make 30% in a day and we close this close to the top, we are, if we get another day that's a 20 to 30% day, it's going to be time to take some profits, because think about it this way. Worst case scenario, we miss completely, right? We like sell up here and it goes way past it all the way up to here. Well, are you going to find liquidity when people really are getting scared and the market turns around really hard? Like, there's no good place. You can always sell on the way up, but when things are crashing hard, it's really hard to sell. Markets are much thinner on the buy side when you've got a lot of fear in the market. So even if you timed it wrong and you exited in here somewhere and it continued going up, chances are when it finally turns around and you're like, oh crap, that was the top, you won't be able to sell until you're down in here. So you just have to be smart about it. You got to resize your position. If you've got too large of a position, we want to resize and get it back into a decent place. And nobody's going to cry about entering Zilica anywhere below like 200 and exiting at 400 or something like that. Like, nobody's going to cry over that. But when we get really, really vertical like this, 30% day is a solid day. This is when I start, this is where we take profits. This is how you make money, guys. It's not hard. When you got an opportunity in your lap like this, you gotta take advantage. And then you got liquidity for when the other side comes back down. But we are getting closer. Like, this is definitely the type of movement we like to see. So anyway, I'm traveling next week, so it'll be a little hit and miss on the videos, but I'm still planning on giving out a shirt for all the comments, and it's just been really fun. It's funny because when I talk about Bitcoin and everything, everyone in my circle of influence, they're all sick and tired of hearing me talk about it. So it's really fun to have a channel where I've got a bunch of friends on here that ask questions and we get to talk about it and talk about the good and the bad and the ugly. So it's really fun for me. I really appreciate all of you, and I appreciate y'all supporting my channel. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, you guys. With Christmas yesterday and me not being able to do a video, I did still want to give out 2 shirts this week. So today I am giving 2 shirts out. One to Praise and the other to Jake M. So congratulations, you guys. You are awesome. I've really enjoyed your conversation and the good comments you've left. Thanks for supporting the channel. Just contact me on Twitter or at coinbook.com under support, and we'll get your t-shirt you want and size and address, and we'll send it off to you. Thanks, guys. Okay, it is time to separate the CoinBook trolls from the CoinBook fans. So these are the magnificent t-shirts that we are giving away every Friday. These are individually packaged with love from your best friends, China. There's also this incredible option designed by yours truly, and we'll be giving away probably 1 or 2 of these every Friday to just a random comment on any of the videos over the past week. But, and I don't blame you, if you absolutely cannot live without one of these shirts, I am willing to part with them. For $15 worth of your favorite crypto, just reach out to me on social media and we'll get you guys hooked up.